sabi ko. So, let's talk about something extraordinary that happens to a lot but not to all. You had cancer.
Yes.
You had it.
Yes.
And I can't imagine having it all and then suddenly being given that news.
Actually, it happened. Well, for everybody, this is the first time I'm going to discuss it, and only because I trust you. And I think it's over. But, you know, I had cancer in 2016, and I was diagnosed with third stage cancer of the breast. And I went to Europe and the States for treatment. So I kind of disappeared for about a year and a half to 2 years. In my daughter's wedding, Crystal, I was bald, completely bald. I was diagnosed, I think, January of the year. And then I went to Europe and I was told by them there that I was going to die. Don't bother to have chemo, don't bother, just fix your affairs, you're dead in 2 years. I went to New York Presbyterian, and they wouldn't give me anything. Then, you know, I said, so what are my chances? And they were very quiet. We'll try our best. That's when I knew how much Atom still loved me. He went with us talaga. I think that's when he and Hayden got close because they were in every CT scan, PET scan, radiation thing. And then Crystal had her wedding on a certain date, so I had to have my chemo. My mom passed away. In the middle of having my chemo, I kept asking my mom, she's 89. I said, Mommy, you have to stay with me because we're so close, like you are with your mom. I said, I need you talaga. Please don't leave me. But she was saying, I'm so tired na iya. You know, I'm feeling sick. No, please stay with me. So on my second chemo, I was doing my chemo. In the middle of my chemo, they called me that my mom had collapsed and that she's in Makati Med. They couldn't revive her in 30 minutes. So I was there with that chemo and I said, hurry it up. Because I want to go to her and reach her and she's still warm. And then he said, if we hurry it up, you're dead because it's so toxic. And then I said, okay, then take it off, but then you'll have to do it all over again. I'm halfway, diba? Traumatic, but I think my mom passed away because Atom kept telling her, Vicky has to go to the States, but she won't leave because she wants to be near you. So after that, I went to the States and I did my radiation. It was so funny pa. Actually, people don't know this, but I was being interviewed by CNN. And CNN, kasi when they interview you, they warn you like 5 months ahead of time. So I think they talked to me November. But the interview was in April, I think, or something. I totally forgot about them because, of course, there's so much more happening. Dapat first chemo pa, your hair's lagas na, but it didn't fall. So I said, oh, baka naman I was injecting with mga vitamin P and things for my hair. So I thought baka, because, you know, maybe it's working. So when the interview happened, I had my chemo 2 days before. And, you know, when you do chemo, you're green. You're basically green. You look so sick. I was feeling bloated and ugly. So while I was having my interview, hair was falling on the floor. And so I would look at my people and say, am I getting bald in front of CNN? Because while they're interviewing me, the hair was falling and it was plenty clumps. And then the helpers would come and make, bring it out with a walis, di ba? And they said, no, you're okay pa, you're okay pa. Anyway, I couldn't concentrate on the interview kasi of course, ang hirap noon, di ba? So they asked me a question. They said, what are your plans for the future? If you have cancer, kasi wala kang plans. You just want to get well. And you don't want to plan. I don't plan because I don't know if I'm going to be alive or not. And they told me pa, I'm going to be dead. So, you know, so I'm like, I couldn't answer. Korina, you know naman how I answer. Ang bilis, di ba? So I looked at them and they go, do you have plans for the future? I said, do you know Hayden and I have a baby? And Scarlett was 1. And they go, what? I didn't know what to say, di ba? Gusto ko yung attention mawala sa akin. I said, Hayden and I have a baby. Ibaba niyo nga si Scarlett. That's why na-announce. And because we weren't planning to say anything. I mean, if people find out, they find out. But what's this announcement? Parang, who are we? We're just doctors. Then I had to call Hayden to apologize because I didn't clear it with him.
To be told, sasabihin sa'yo na wala ka ng pag-asa, mamamatay ka na, tapos yung nanay mo, 89, namatay na rin, meron kang bagong baby, paano mo na-survive yun? Vicky, hindi namin naramdaman. Hindi kaming mga nakapaligid sa'yo, hindi namin naramdaman yung pinagdaanan mong napakahirap na yun.
Yeah. Well, talaga alam mo kayo, I think nakikita yung mga Instagram, kakalan niyo yung mga life namin perfect or mapakasaya, nagbabiyahe, nag-shopping, whatever, Korina. You know, everybody has their challenges. Wala talagang perfect buhay. So huwag kayong ma-depress pag nakita nyo ganun. Tapos yung life nyo, hindi pala, feeling nyo hindi ganun kaganda. Lagi nyo hanapin yung ganda sa buhay nyo.
Health is so
Health
important.
is wealth. So now that's really my thing. Health, like you and I. When you get older, ano na yun, di ba? Slow down a bit.
I'm already older.
You look so younger.
Thanks to Belo. I'm blown away by what you went through. So, anong secret? That you still look this fabulous, you are well. So, paano? Ano ang prayers, of course,
Prayers,
you
of
say.
course. Family, love, support,
Yes.
right? And you know, the number one secret is Scarlett.
Scarlett, they're all near you. Why don't you say hi?
Can't beat that surprise. No, because I hope you enjoyed Kenya with me. And if
Kasi I really look at her, ako, and I want to be with her. I don't want to leave her naman so young, di ba? So I kept praying, Lord, please give me time. So
Iyak
yun.
na rin ako kasi ganun din yung mga anak ko, ang liliit pa. Kaya all I can think of is how to live to be 120 years old.
Oh, kaya natin yan.
Kaya natin yan.
Sabi nga ng patients ko, ikaw talaga, nung bata ka, wala kang pakialam about all these aging things kasi hindi mo pa dinaanan. But now that you're older, I know this is a lot of anti-wrinkling, how to keep your hair black.
Right.
So, ganun, may keep it thick, di ba? So, that
Right.
kind of thing. Kawan naman si Scarlett kung minsan nape-pressure siya. Kasi 6 months pa lang, dinala ko na siya sa Maldives, Japan, Paris. Kasi in my mind, I want to be with her. When she does, hey, she's only 6 months, how can she? So, ngayon, super enjoy ako. Thank you for doing this. Kasi 7 years old is a really good age.
It's such a privilege and an honor to be trusted with that story, Vicky. So thank you for sharing, and believe me, in this moment, you have inspired so many. I think it's important you tell that part of your